Can we be really transparent together for a minute and just talk about the very real push and pull between creatives and why we're terrible at business? Because I want to be upfront with you guys on a few things. This is a tale of deception and self-reflection and a lot of interesting things. So I hope you'll stick with me. Very hard for me to talk about this, to be real. I got hit with something that really stung, and I don't know if it was intentional or not. It feels like it could have been intentional, but I saw someone else in my space start to use very similar language to me, and so much so that it felt like they were stealing my ideas, and don't get me wrong, like we're all just everybody's using each other's information, and it's like you can't, that just is what it is. So I get that. But it hit me really hard because I saw them doing it at a level that I don't. A little history about me. I started as a musician, and in my early 20s, I joined a band. Over the course of 10 years, we became professionals. We got to play major festivals like Lollapalooza and Austin City Limits, and got to be on television, tour over 13 countries. Like, while we weren't household names, we could go anywhere in the US and have people show up to see us. And for many of you, if you're a musician, that may be the dream. If you're like a visual artist, like, just having people know about your work and what you do, like that may be the dream. And so, that's what I try to help artists and creatives do now, is build a fan base and a money-making opportunity around their work. I do this by teaching people how to utilize the online space. And the irony in that is that I am essentially building this business right now after coming out of a job where I did that with another company. I left that job in January to go full-time into my own business helping artists and creatives. Everybody online that teaches audience growth or business development, they're all so good at selling. So what do I mean when I say they're good at selling? I mean, they use terms like, this is going to get you 1,000 fans in 90 days, or this is going to explode your growth, or this is the secret to whatever. And I get it, right? I know that as people, we're curious about those things, and we want shortcuts and we want hacks. And this is a sore spot for me because I don't believe in shortcuts. I just don't think they exist. And so today, as I was kind of sifting through all that and just having this gut check of hey, it doesn't matter, we're all just going to keep doing our thing, whatever. I had this moment where I'm like, maybe I'm just not a good salesperson. I can't remember her name, and I sure wish that I could. She said, you can't fake authenticity. And that really hit me, right? You can't fake authenticity. And so when I thought about this idea of creativity and why we're so bad at selling, it's exactly that. It's because if you don't believe that, if you don't believe in the thing that you're doing, right, then you can't be authentic to it. And even more so, if you don't believe in why you're doing it and you don't believe that you have something of value to offer, then you're not going to be authentic when you try to quote unquote sell it or offer it to your people. And so while my business is still young, and I'm not, it makes me come to a place of, do I want to be a good salesman? And I think the answer is no. I don't want to be a good salesman. I just want to be honest, I just want to make things that work for people. And if they don't work, I want to fix them. And I want to talk about business, like my business and the hardships that I'm having as a creative person, right? Not as a business-minded person, but a creative-minded person first. Because, that's what I would want. I don't see anybody coming at it from that angle. There's nothing sexy about normal. There's nothing exciting about normal. So that's that. This is a tough video for me to make because, you always worry, are people going to think that you're a terrible business person because you're taking away all the things that everybody else seems to do? But I'm just over it. I'm just over it.